Hello Capricorn, welcome to Aries Moon Arcana. I am Kaya and I'm going to be doing a tarot reading for you for Mercury Retrograde, which is occurring between June 18th and July 12th of 2020. I'm not going to go into super detail about what Mercury Retrograde means here, but there's an intro video if you're looking to just find out some more information if you're new to the concept. A lot of people already know what it means. I don't play into the fear-mongering aspect of it, which is don't sign contracts or don't go on that trip or make any decisions right now. I don't really agree with that. I just think people should live their lives the way they're gonna live them and not have to worry about stuff like that or put things on hold for a month, which can be significant, especially since Mercury retrograde happens like 3 or 4 times a year typically. So I'm more into the reassessing concept of Mercury retrograde, kind of thinking back on things, a lot of nostalgia involved, a lot of X stuff goes on here too, just, that's the tried and true thing that I have seen happen over and over and over again. So just revisiting things, reassessing. So that being said, I pulled an oracle card for your sign and we get the 6 of Pentacles reversed. In terms of Mercury retrograde, I'm getting the feeling of kind of revisiting some imbalances that you may be experiencing. It might be in your personal relationships, it might be within yourself. We won't know until we get right into it. So let's just do that, shall we? So I'm gonna bring you down here and I'm first gonna sage the cards. Clear the energy, make sure it's all about you, Capricorn. All right. We want a blank slate. We want to clear the air here. All right. That should do it. All right, I'm going to start with the Golden Universal deck. And let's get right into it. For Capricorn, Mercury retrograde in June. What is going on with the Caps? Like I said, I'm getting the sense of revisiting some imbalances that may be present in your life or more recent in your life. So let's just see what they say. So I need messages for Capricorn, please. For Mercury retrograde. All right. I know the readings have been a little rough for you guys lately, so I'm hoping we get some better, maybe just some good news or something here. So let's get to it. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands reversed, 4 of Swords reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed, and one more, and the Hanged Man. So I'm seeing a financial overarching message here. It could be that maybe you've taken a little time off recently and you're kind of ready to move into something else and you are still figuring out what that is, but you know that you want your finances to get better in whatever way. And I'm not even necessarily saying that they're bad, but I'm getting kind of the energy of wanting to improve. That energy may have been put off for a while. And I think that you were kind of sitting still and feeling like things were good, but I think you're just now starting to get some energy flow into reassessing. So maybe doing the budget over again, or maybe for the first time. I'm just seeing that in terms of the rebalancing, I am seeing money as the factor here because we're starting out right here with the Queen of Pentacles and then we get the Page of Pentacles in reversed, which is kind of backtracking to the very beginning of something, not necessarily doing something yet because the Hanged Man is here, but you're I think you're getting ready. So this is feeling more like a planning phase. So like I said, reassessing the budget, reassessing the finances, and just sitting still with it, because I don't know how many of you have done budgeting and stuff, but I remember when I first started to figure it out, the first thing I realized about it was that it was fucking boring. It was boring because once your money is all allocated out and every dollar has a job, you just have to sit and just wait till the next paycheck so you can budget that. There's not much to do after you have it all settled. So I think you are sitting with it settled and figuring out how to make it better in the future. So I'm seeing some success has been had here already. I think you're already quite comfortable, maybe not rich, obviously, but pretty comfortable, or you've gotten to a certain point. And now you're like taking a load off and just reassessing what to do next, which you're figuring out for this Mercury retrograde season. I'm seeing that being the case. So let's get some clarity on our Queen of Pentacles, please. I'll just pull a couple cards for her and see what we come up with for Capricorn. Doing, doing, doing. All right. Wheel of Fortune reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Justice card reversed. How interesting. So I think this may have come from a lack of feeling in control of your life, a lack of feeling balance in your life. I don't think that this necessarily for the Capricorns I'm speaking to particularly right now. I'm not getting the sense that you were raised with a healthy sense of money and what to do with it. I think you had to teach yourself. I think you had to tell fate to get the fuck out of the way and just take the goddamn wheel by your hands and steer it where it needed to go. And I do not think it has been easy. I think it's been a struggle, and you started out without that comfort and security. And so you were really motivated to make changes. I think this is very much like a powerhouse kind of energy where it was like, I'm fucking getting out of debt, or I'm fucking getting out of this poverty mindset, and I'm moving on to the next thing. I'm sick of imbalance here. Like maybe that's part of the reassessing too, right? Like reassessing your imbalances. Justice reversed indicates that there was a time in the past when that was just like too much. It was too imbalanced and you had to work really hard. Page of Wands reversed, that's the guy with the ideas. He's reversed. So to me, it's more in its infancy stage, but I think this is more like a path, like a progress that you've been making. And I don't know if you guys have ever had to do anything where you needed to make lots of progress over a few years, but the path to success is not a linear one. It goes up and down. You have a lot of different struggles and failures and just picking yourself up by the bootstraps. And so I see this as like, just having the energy to just keep it going. Stay with the idea that you had in its infancy and not give up. I know Capricorns are pretty damn stubborn and pretty good at not giving up, and like making a dream a reality through really hard work and like long-term thoughts. So this it could have been at the beginning when you were like, I'm gonna make this happen for myself. Or maybe this is just a time where you're at right now. The Star reversed, 10 of Wands reversed, 3 of Wands reversed. Maybe you took a break from it also. So it's either that you are just getting started now, or you took a break from it and you had been pretty successful. You reached a certain summit and then you rested, and then, you're getting ready to look at the next summit. Because, I think you were like I said, you were sick of like not getting your wishes fulfilled. You were sick of like fate taking the reins and you not being in charge and in control. And I see there being a lot of, not really laziness. I don't see that often with you guys, but just not enough to do, not enough responsibility. Maybe you weren't taking the responsibility on yourself as much as you should have. And you weren't really planning. There was a time when you like relapsed or took some time off from being like full force successful and really focusing on money. There was some time that you had to step back from that, or chose to step back from that. So you haven't really been planning maybe lately. Maybe that's what I'm getting, is that you were, like I said, you had reached a certain point and then you just had to kind of take a step back. And I'm seeing you maybe getting a little restless or getting excited to get started in the planning phase of something else, or something new or different, or just, just moving into a new phase or something. So let's clarify the 4 of Swords reversed next. Let's see what we got for Capricorn, clarifying 4 of Swords, which is like, kind of like feeling a little unrest. 3 of Swords reversed, King of Wands, 5 of Cups reversed. Okay, so it's possible that something happened and that's what took you away from your stability and your like focus on your money and your resources. Maybe some sort of heartbreak or a breakup or a divorce, or a separation where the finances have been like separated from each other. And but you're healing from it. You're moving on from it. You've gone through the meditative period. You've kind of gotten through the healing process of it, and now you're ready to get back on track. You're feeling inspired to live in this like new world, because something about this like breakup or like losing a job or something like that, like really kind of, it rocked your world a little bit, but you're ready to see like what my new life looks like. So I feel like you're looking at your new life and you're feeling inspired to make moves specific to that now. You're not looking back like, oh, I wish it were the way things were before. I think you're more like, okay, I have to learn how to live within my means in this new circumstance that I am experiencing. And that shows up pretty clear here with the Page of Pentacles reversed, where it's kind of like I said, it's like a new way of thinking about money or of saving money or of allocating money. Maybe you have to pay alimony or, you know, you have to pay child support now, something like that, where it's just like you have a new budgeting strategy and you're figuring out what that is because things have changed. So let's get some clarity on this Page of Pentacles reversed. Things have changed a little bit for these particular Capricorns, and they need to get a sense of, you know, what it is they need to do. But you're inspired, and you know what to do. I don't think you're like completely lost necessarily. You have the impetus to make change, but yeah, you're feeling a little imbalanced. Yeah, see, like you're imbalanced and you're depleted, and it's been exhausting and heartbreaking. But you're ready to move on because we have Temperance reversed and Strength reversed. So there's like an imbalance within yourself and your faith and like having things kind of structured and settled and good to go. And you want to change that. You want to get the fuck out of that headspace or that situation. So you want to move forward. And I would suggest, if you haven't figured this out or not, you know, figuring out your finances is going to help a lot. I think that it's wrapped up into this. There's a lot of finance talk this Mercury retrograde. How interesting. It's not just you, Capricorn. Other people are having to figure this stuff out too. But yeah, you're like, I don't like this imbalance feeling. I don't like this. So I got to make some changes. Capricorns are like, I'm going to change this myself. I'm going to take the reins on, you know, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. I'm going to, you know, take fate by the balls and make it happen for myself. I'm not going to sit around and wait, because that's not how shit gets done, is it, Capricorn? So now we have the Hanged Man reversed, because I think you are sitting still with this. You're in the process of learning and figuring out what to do in your new financial realm, your new world, the new ways of allocating, which hopefully is also more on a global scale what is happening with, you know, everything else, because things need to be reallocated. Funds need to be reallocated to more, you know, like substantial and progressive and forward-thinking institutions. And I think that on a smaller scale, that's what some Capricorns are certainly experiencing right now, at least the ones that I am resonating with. So, Hanged Man here, let's clarify. 3 of Cups reversed, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. You're gonna do this, but you're gonna, maybe you've had a little time to like, you've been pretty down about this change, this thing that kind of upheaved everything. And you want to kind of you've been kind of partying or letting loose a little bit more. Like I said, you took a break from the planning and like the knowing and the financial responsibility. You took a little bit of a break from that. I think you were maybe just like having some drinks with friends and hanging out and not really worrying too much about that stuff. But it's time to bring that to an end, because you are going to put down the cups, quite literally. Maybe you need to take some time off of drinking or smoking pot or whatever, because it's just getting in the way. I advocate for, you know, any sort of pain relief that anybody needs to do for themselves, like to cope through things. I'm fine with that. But there comes a time when you need to put that shit down, because that's what leads you to 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands together. So this person, this is, you know, she's a female, but this is just energy. I'm not talking genders here. So this person is like, you know, she's got the whole world by the balls, really. She's on her own. She's doing her own thing. I am really getting a sense that there was some sort of a breakup or a, you know, maybe a divorce, and somebody's feeling free and single now, and they are the ones that are like figuring out how to make the money work for them now in this new circumstance. And I think that that's like putting down the drinks and not really partying so much anymore and just sitting still in that like Hanged Man energy is going to help you figure out how you can budget properly so you can have the money to feel like yourself, you know, like, I mean, not self-employed, but like like independently wealthy almost. That's what this card kind of signifies. So you want to make sure that you're making your own money and that you're good at that. And I see all the success in the world with that. The victory card, your ideas are coming to fruition. So I think that that's really good for you, is like sitting with the changes that have happened and planning and plotting and not necessarily taking any specific action at this time. I think is kind of the name of the game for this Mercury retrograde for you guys. If you're not doing that already, I would suggest it. So let's get some summation cards, or wrap it up, put a bow on that shit. Or maybe if we missed some messages for Capricorn for Mercury retrograde, what else do they need to hear? What can we say to the caps of the world? Or, YouTube community, I guess. It's not the world, but... Page of Swords reversed, Page of Wands, or I'm sorry, Knight of Wands reversed, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, like I said, you're harnessing your energy. You're taking your new ideas and you're looking deep within the situation at hand and what the truth is of the matter, and really looking at it honestly and not being shy or afraid. You're really like piercing through the heart of the matter to look at where your problems are and how you need to fix them. And that's what all this introspection energy is kind of really about. Yeah, like, the Knight of Wands is like an action card, but in reverse, he's asking you to chill and stay put and not go off on that new adventure, because your new adventure is very internal right now. You are sitting with that Hanged Man energy. That's your suggestion, because once you gather all that energy, you'll come out full force, ready to take action. Eight of Wands, action, passion, excitement, just moving forward in a way that like you've planned your plans and now you're ready to fucking get after it. And you're also really excited. It's not like, oh, here we go, I guess I gotta do this. This is like excitement and action and forward movement. So I see that as a really good thing. You're just gonna be chilling for a little bit, Capricorn, which is, I think it's a good thing. You've been healing. I think you're pretty much there. You're feeling good. You're feeling okay. And now it's time to sit with that budget and just sit down and just like work it out, work it through, figure out what needs to be done. And then once you figure out what needs to be done in like a long-term mindset, then you can take that fucking action, harness that Chariot card energy and that Eight of Wands energy and just make it happen, Cap'n. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorn. If you watched it all the way through, I assume it resonated with you. And if that is the case, please like, subscribe, share, comment, let people know. Or if there's a Capricorn that maybe needs to hear this message, send them my way, absolutely. I have a schedule of my upcoming videos in the description box below. I have a lot coming out in the next few weeks, so you'll be seeing a lot of me, hopefully. I do personal readings. That the link to my Etsy store is in the description box as well. And I think that about covers it. Thanks, Capricorn. I'll see you in a couple days.